Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We're continuing to read from Srimad Bhagavatam. Does anyone remember where we are reading? Which canto, which chapter?
Hare Krishna. We are reading about eight. We are reading the eighth canto, and we are reading about the Matsya avatar of Krishna, the first avatar. And Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know about the Matsya avatar because he also asked that why does Lord come? And he said that I want to hear. And Lord coming as a fish incarnation is not normal. He's transcendental. The modes doesn't impact on him. And then Sukadev Goswami started telling us about this avatar of Matsya. And then he said that he came as Matsya avatar to protect the Vedas. First one was to protect the Vedas from the Hayagriv Danav. And then the second reading in the Chakshashu Manvantar, when the Brahma's partial dilution happened. So the first one was when the partial dilution happened and the Vedas came out from the mouth of Brahmaji, and then Hayagriv wanted to take it. So Lord appeared as a fish incarnation, Matsyar, to protect the Vedas. The second time in the Chakshusha Manvantar, Lord also came. So he said that the Lord generally comes as devotees, like people might think that Lord came to restore Indra in his position in the Vamadev avatar, but Lord came to protect Bali Maharaj. So then Parikshit Maharaj was also very curious that why did he come as a fish? So we are going to read this about the Matsya avatar because he came to protect Satyavrat, Raja
Yeah,
Satyavrat.
Satyavrat Maharaj.
So
Yeah,
yeah, Satyavrat
thank
Maharaj,
you.
yeah. So
Yeah,
reading this, yeah. Krishna.
thank you. So we are reading from 24th chapter of the 8th canto. Today we begin with text 11. Yosavasmin Mahakalpe
Yo savasmin mahakalpe
Tanaya sa vivasvataha
tanaya sa vivasvataha
Shraddha Deva iti kyato
shraddha deva iti khyato
Manutve Harinarpitaha.
manutve harina arpitaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In this, the present millennium, King Satyavrat later became the son of Vivasvan, the king of the sun planet, and was known as Shraddhadev. By the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was given the post of Manu. So this Satyavrat Maharaj, Satyavrat, he is a king in the Chakshusha Manvantar. But now, in this 7th Manvantar, he is the Manu. He is our Manu right now. His name is Shraddhadev. He is also known as Vivasta Manu because he is the son of Vivaswan, the sun god. Okay. Ekada Kritamalayam
Ekada kritamalaya
Kurvato Jal Tarpanam
Kurvato
kurvato jallat
Jalatharpanam
varnam
Tasyanjali Udake Kachich
tasya anjali
Tasyanjali
udake
Udake
kache
Chap Chap Hari Chap Hari Ekabhyapadyata.
Jabhari
ekate
Ekabhyapadyata.
vipadita.
One day, while King Satyavrat was performing austerities by offering water on the bank of the river Kritamala, a small fish appeared in the water in his palms. So this we are talking in the Chakshusha Manvantar. This happened in the previous Manvantar. Satyavratonjali Gatam
Sratyabrato Anjali Kriptam
Sahato yena bharata
Sahato Yena
Yena Bharata
Bharata
utsa utsas sa, utsasarja nadito ye
Utsasarjanadito
Utsasarjanati
Ye
Shapharim Dravideshvaraha.
Shafrim Dravidishvaraha
Satyavrat, the king of Dravida Desh, threw the fish into the water of the river along with the water in his palm. O King Parikshit, descendant of Bharat. So King Satyavrat, he was at the banks of the river Kritamala, right? And then came a fish in his palm. He was, you know how we take water and offer back to the river. He was doing that. What fish came in his palm and he put the fish back into the water. He's known as the king of Dravida Desh. Tam aha sati karunam
Tam Aha Sati Karunam
mahakarunikam nripam
Mahakarunikam Dipam
yadobhyo gyati ghatibhyo
Yadobhyo Gyati
Yatika
Ghatibhyo
dina mam dina vatsala
Dina Namam Dina Vatsala
katham visrjase rajan
Katham Visrajase
Jase
Rajan
Rajan
vitam asmin saritjale.
Bhitam Asmin
Asmin
Sarijale.
With an appealing voice, the poor small fish said to King Satyavrat, who was very merciful, "My dear king, protector of the poor, why are you throwing me in the water of the river where there are other aquatics who can kill me? I'm very much afraid of them." So the fish is talking to the king. In the Matsya Purana, it is said, Ananta Shaktir Bhagavan Matsya Rupi Janardanaha Kridartham Yachayam Asa Swayam Satyavratam Nripam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead possesses unlimited potency. Nonetheless, in his pastime in the form of a fish, he begged protection from King Satyavrat. He's the Lord. He's our own protector of everyone. These are pastimes. Someone may think, oh, the Lord is so helpless. He's asking protection sometime from Satyavrat. Sometimes he's begging land from Bali. No, these are the pastimes. The Krishna is the ultimate controller. He's the ultimate proprietor. Everything belongs to him. But he's doing this to show favor, in fact, to these devotees. It is in the interest of these devotees. Tam atmano nugrahartham
Tam Atmanugrahatam
pritya matsya vapurdharam
Vidya
Pritya
Matsya
Sapurdham
Avapurdharam
ajanan rakshanarthaya
Ajanan
Ajan
Rakshanarthaya
Rakshanarthaya
shapharya samanodade.
Shafalya
Satpaharaya
Samanodate
Samanudate.
To please himself, King Satyavrat, not knowing that the fish was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, decided with great pleasure to give the fish protection. Here is an example of giving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even without knowledge. Such service is called Agyata Sukriti. Agyata Sukriti, serving the Lord without knowing, or serving his devotees. The devotees are going on Sankirtan. We may buy a book from them, or we may do some service not knowingly, unknowingly. That is Agyata Sukriti. King Satyavrat wanted to show his own mercy, not knowing that the fish was Lord Vishnu. By such unknowing devotional service, one is favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Service rendered to the Supreme Lord, knowingly or unknowingly, never goes in vain. So this Agyata Sukriti brings one to the position of devotional service then. Agyata Sukriti is already one is doing service. That's why one is getting this Sukriti. And then when this is sufficient, then one engages in devotional service. So anyway, knowingly or unknowingly, any service to the Lord is beneficial to us. Tasya dina taram vakyam
Tasyatintarangyatyam
ashrutya samahipati
Ashrutya Shamahipati
kalashapsu nidhayenam
Kalashaksuniधायेन
Kalasapsunidhayenam
dayalur ninya ashramam.
दयालु निर्णय आश्रमम्.
The merciful king, being moved by the pitiable words of the fish, placed the fish in a water jug and brought him to his own residence. So the king is like, sure, why not? I'll protect this fish. Satu tatreka ratrena
सातु तत्कारात्रे
Tatrekayatrena
vardhamana kamandalau
वर्धमान
Vardhamana
कमण्डलम्.
Kamandalau
alabdvatma vakasham va
अलब्धवा
Astu Atma
आत्मवकाशम्.
Avakasham Va
idam ahamahipatim.
इदम् आहामहीपतिम्.
Itam
But in one night that fish grew so much that he could not move his body comfortably in the water of the pot. He then spoke to the king as follows. He's grown. He was put in a water jug. In the night, he's expanded. So then he's telling the king, Naham kamandalav asmin,
न अहं कमण्डलौ अस्मि.
richram vastum ihotsahe,
कृशं
Richram
वत्सं इह
Vastum
उत्सुके.
Ihokrase
alpayauka suvipulam,
कल्पयोगः सुविपुलम्.
yatraham nivase sukham.
यत्राहं
Yatra
निवसे सुखम्.
Sufam
O my dear king, I do not like living in this water pot with such great difficulty. Therefore, please find some better reservoir of water where I can live comfortably. Sa enam tat adaya
स एनां तद् आदाय
nyadad danchanodake
न्यधात् ओदञ्चन उदके.
tatra shipta muhurtena
तत्र क्षिप्तमुहुत्रेण
hastatrayam avardhata.
हस्तात्रयम् अवर्तत.
Avastata
Then taking the fish out of the water pot, the king threw him in a large well. But within a moment, the fish developed to the length of 3 cubits. From the jug, he stayed there the full night. In the jug, the small fish. In the morning, he grew. I mean, during the night, he grew up. So he told the king in the morning. But now, he's put in the well, and in a moment, he's become very big. 3 cubits. I don't know how much is that. But anyway, it's big that he can't fit into the well now. Nama etad alam rajan.
नम एतद्दलं राजन्.
Rajan
Sukham vastum udanchanam.
सुखं वस्तुम् उदजनम्.
Vastanchana
Ritu dehi padam mayam.
पृथु देहि पदं
Tam
मह्यम्.
Yam
Yatvaham sharanam gata.
यत्त्वाहं
Yatvaham
शरणं.
Sharanam Gata
The fish then said, my dear king, this reservoir of water is not fit for my happy residence. Please give me a more extensive pool of water, for I have taken shelter of you. Tata adaya sarakya.
तद् आदाय स राज्ञा
Yam
Shipta rajan sarovare.
क्षिप्ता राजन्
Rajan
सरोवरे.
Saravare
Tad avrit yatmana soyam
Tad
Tad
avritmana
Atmana
soyam.
Soy
mahamino navardhata.
Mahamino
Mano
navardhata.
Tata
O Maharaj Parikshit, the king took the fish from the well and threw him in a lake. But the fish then assumed a gigantic form, exceeding the extent of the water. So now he's growing immediately. Well, he was put in the well, he grew. Then he put him in the lake. Now he's grown again. Naitan me svastaye rajan.
Netam ye swastate rajan.
Udakam salilo kasaha.
Udakam
Tam
salilo
Salilo
kataha.
Kasha
Nidhehi raksha yogena.
Nidhehi raksha yogena.
Rade mam avidasini.
Rade mam avidhasini.
Which then said, O king, I am a large aquatic, and this water is not at all suitable for me. Now kindly find some way to save me. It would be better to put me in the water of a lake that will never reduce. So he's already in a lake, but he's saying, put me in a lake that the water is not going to get less from that reservoir of water. Don't know how they would transport such a big fish. Okay. Iti ukta so nayan matsyam
Iti ukto so anayat matsyam.
tatra tatra vidasini
Tatra tatra avidasini.
jala ashaye sammitam tam
Jala ashaye asammitam tam.
samudre prakshipaj hasham.
Samudre prakshipajasham.
When thus requested, King Satyavrat took the fish to the largest reservoir of water. But when that also proved insufficient, the king at last threw the gigantic fish into the ocean. Now he's put into the ocean. Shipaya manastam ahedam
Shipayah manastam aham.
iha mam makaradayah
Iha mam makaradaya.
adanti ati balavira
Adanti atibalavira.
mam nehot srashtum arhase.
Mam nehu ashtrum arhasi.
While being thrown in the ocean, the fish said to King Satyavrat, O hero, in this water there are very powerful and dangerous sharks that will eat me. Therefore, you should not throw me in this place. So the fish is already so big, but he's saying, don't put me in the ocean. The sharks are going to eat me now. Evam vimohita stena
Evam
Vimohita
vipitastena.
vadata valgu bharatim
Vadata
Vadatta
valyu bharatim.
Bhar
tam ahako bhavan asman
Tam ahako bhavan asman.
matsya rupena mohayan.
Matsya rupena mohaya.
After hearing these sweet words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of a fish, the king, being bewildered, asked him, Who are you, sir? You simply bewilder us. Now the king is like wondering, what's happening, you know? It was a tiny fish last night, and now he's just growing, and he's talking. And so the king is thinking, seems like not an ordinary fish here. Naivam viryo jalacharo
Nevyam viryo jalacharo.
drishto samabhishruto piva
Drishto samabhihi shrutopi va.
yo bhavan yojana shatam
Yo bhavam yojana shatam.
ahan abhi vai yan abhi vya
Abhivyan
Ana
vyanashesaraha.
Ahanabiyan
Abhivyan
My Lord, in one day you have expanded yourself for hundreds of miles, covering the water of the river and the ocean. Before this, I'd never seen or heard of such an aquatic animal. You say, I've never heard of an animal expanding so fast, so much. Nunam tvam Bhagavan Sakshat.
Nunam Tvam
Nunam Tvam
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Sakshat
Sakshat
Darir Narayano Vyayah.
Dari
Hari
Narayano
Narayano
Vyaya
Avyaya
Anugrahaya Bhutanam.
Anugrahaya
Anugrahaya
Bhutanam
Bhutana
Tatse Rupam Jalokasam.
Datse
Tatsai
Rupam
Rupam
Jalokasam.
Jalokasam.
My Lord, you are certainly the inexhaustible Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, Sri Hari. It is to show your mercy to the living entities that you have now assumed the form of an aquatic. Now he's understanding that you are Narayan himself, and you have come now in this form to show your mercy. He's understanding. It's the Lord's mercy on him that he's come. Namaste Purusha Shrestha.
Namaste Purusha Shrestha
Vasishtha
Sthiti Utpati Apyayeshvara.
Sthiti Utpaye Apya Ishvara
Vara
Bhaktanam na prapananam.
Bhaktanam Naha
Bhaktanam
Prapannanam
Prapanana
Mukhyo hi atmagatir vibho.
Mukhyo Hi
Mukhyo
Atmagatir Vibhu.
Atmagativibo
O my Lord, Master of creation, maintenance and annihilation, O best of enjoyers, Lord Vishnu, you are the leader and destination of surrendered devotees like us. Therefore, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. So he understands this is Lord Narayan himself, master of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. He knows that the Lord is the one who's creating, who's destroying, as well as who's maintaining, and that he is the supreme enjoyer, best of enjoyers. Then he's saying, you are the leader and destination of surrendered devotees. Yeah? The devotees, they surrender unto the Lord. Vasudevam Sarva Iti. That one who is in knowledge, yeah, he surrenders unto the Lord. The devotees surrender unto the Lord. So he's saying, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Sarve Leela Avataraste.
Sarve
Sarve
Leela
Leela
Avataraste
Avataraste
Bhutanam Bhuti Hetava.
Bhutanam
Bhutanam
Bhuti Hetavaha
Yatum Ichhami Adorupam.
Gyatum
Gyantum
Ichchami
Ichchami
Adorupam
Adorupam
Yad Artham Bhavatadritam.
Yad Artha
Yadam
Bhavata Dhritam.
Bhavatatritam
All your pastimes and incarnations certainly appear for the welfare of all living entities. Therefore, my Lord, I wish to know the purpose for which you have assumed this form of a fish. So Satyavrata is saying you will come for the welfare of the living entities. Paritranaya sadhunam. So you please tell me, why have you taken this form of the fish? Tatera vindakshapado pasarpanam.
Nate Ravindyakshapadopasarpanam
Mrisha bhavit sarva suhrit priyatmanaha.
Mrisha
Bhavit Sarvas
Sarvasurita Priya Atmanaha
Yate taresham prathak atmanam satam.
Yatetarisham
Yatisham Kritatmanam
Kritagatmanam
Sata
Satam
Adidrisho yat vapur ahad putam hinaha.
Adi
Adi
Dichoya
Vishoyat
Vapura
Vapuram Hina.
O my Lord, possessing eyes like the petals of a lotus, the worship of the demigods who are in the bodily concept of life is fruitless in all respects. But because you are the supreme friend and dearmost super soul of everyone, worship of your lotus feet is never useless. You have therefore manifested your form as a fish. The demigods like Indra, Chandra, and Surya are ordinary living entities who are differentiated parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord expands himself through the living beings. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Katha Upanishad 2.2.13. His personal Vishnu Tattva forms, which are all spiritual, are called Swamsha, and the living entities who are differentiated parts are called Vibhinamsha. Some of the Vibhinamsha forms are spiritual, and some are a combination of matter and spirit. The conditioned souls in the material world are different from their external bodies made of material energy. Thus, the demigods living in the upper planetary systems and the living entities living in the lower planetary system are of the same nature. Nonetheless, those living as human beings on this planet are sometimes attracted to worshipping the demigods in the higher planetary systems. Such worship is temporary. So here, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that the Lord has two types of expansions. The Swamsha expansions, that is his personal expansions, and the Vibhinamsha, separated expansions. We are the separated expansions, the living entities. So the Swamsha expansions, that's the Vishnu Tattva, personal expansions of the Lord. We are not that. We are the marginal potency, Vibhinamsha, separated. We are parts and parcels. So we are a combination of matter and spirit. How is that? That we are the spirit soul and we are covered by this material body. And then some, of course, those who are liberated, they don't have a material body, so they're just spiritual and they're living in the spiritual world. So the demigods, they are also this Vibhinamsha expansions of the Lord, living entities, same like us. The only difference is that they are living on higher planets and we are living on this middle planetary system. And of course, because they are devotees of the Lord and they have the qualification to manage certain area of the administration of the universe, they are appointed to such positions. Just like a CEO of a big company, then he will have his department heads, Okay, Department of Logistics, he'll have a general manager, he'll have a department, HR department, and then, different departments he's going to have. So that's the position of the demigods. So sometimes humans worship the demigods, uh, but that worship is temporary. As the human beings on this planet have to change their bodies, tatha dehantara prapti, the living entities known as Indra, Chandra, Varuna, and so on, will also have to change their bodies in due course of time. So just as we die and we take another body, the demigods, they also have to change their bodies. Like we are hearing that right now, Lord Indra, he is, sorry, I forgot the name, starts with P. But anyway, and then in the next Manvantar, Bali Maharaj will be Indra. So the current Lord Indra will not be occupying the post of Lord Indra anymore. So as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. So just like, every government change, the ministers keep changing. One minister goes, then you have to bribe one minister. Then he goes away, then you have to bribe another minister. So the fruits are temporary. You have to keep, those perks that one gets will be finished fast. Kamastes terhita jnana prapadyante devata. Those who do not know the position of the demigods are inclined to worship the demigods for some material purpose. But the results of such worship are never permanent. So we may need something from the demigods, we may worship them, and we may get that result. But that's for a certain time only. Why? Because we are going to change our body. Then when we are in the next body, that result is not there anymore. Consequently, here it is said, Yate tare sham prathag atmanam satam padopasarpanam risha bhavet. In other words, if one is to worship someone else, he must worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then his worship will never be fruitless. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a slight attempt to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a permanent asset. So worship of the Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, that result is not temporary, is eternal. It eternally helps us no matter where we go, which body we are in. It is going to help us. It helps us. That result is never lost. Therefore, as recommended in Srimad Bhagavatam, Tyaktva Sarva Dharmam Charanambujam Hare. One should take to the worship of the lotus feet of Hari, even if this means giving up the so-called occupational duty assigned because of the particular body one has accepted. Because worship in terms of the body is temporary. It does not bear any permanent fruit. But worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead gives immense benefit. So God is eternal, we are eternal, and worship of God is eternal, and the fruits that we get by worshiping God is eternal. Yeah, that's what we have to understand. Any comments, questions? Okay, let's read on. The other day there was a comment, right, that, oh, we wish we were there also in those times when the Lord was appearing. It's true, but by the mercy of Sukadev Goswami, he's narrating these pastimes to us. He's narrating the Srimad Bhagavatam so that we can hear them. It's like, watching a video of these pastimes that happen, right? And Srila Prabhupada would say that if we study Bhagavatam properly, we'll find Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam. So here we are hearing about the incarnations of Krishna by the mercy of Sukadev Goswami. And that's the reason Krishna left behind the Bhagavatam. He arranged for the speaking of Bhagavatam to give us light in this dark age of Kali. Otherwise, we would be lost. The Vedas are so vast, we wouldn't know what to do, where to begin. So Krishna arranged that Srimad Bhagavatam be spoken, be recorded for our benefit. Okay. Shri
Hare
Shukra
Krishna.
Vacha, Hare Krishna.
So we are on Vaivasta Manu, is it? Vaivasta.
Yeah, right now we are in Vaivasta
Right.
Manu.
So this pastime happened now, right? Means in
In
Vaivasta. No, or Chakshush.
last time, Chakshusha. Yeah,
Chakshush. Yeah.
Chakshusha Manu.
Ah,
And now the Satyavrat Maharaj, he's
yeah.
become Vaivasta Manu. He is this Vaivasta Manu.
Yes, become. Yeah. And the Lord Indra is Purandar.
Purandar, is it? Purandar.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So right now, Lord Indra, his name is Purandar, and then next Manvantar, 8th Manvantar, Bali Maharaj will become Indra. So change of government.
Yeah.
And like Chakshusha, he was the Manu in the last Manvantar, and now in this one is Shadadev or Vaivasta Manu, who was a king in his previous life, but certainly not an ordinary king because the Lord has come himself as a fish to him, Oh,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, I missed the beginning. So what was the reason Lord took an incarnation of fish? Like why? And
The first time,
first time?
the first time he came because Lord Brahma was sleeping. It was night for Lord Brahma, and the lower planets were all inundated with water. Partial dissolution happens. Whenever Brahma sleeps at night, the lower planetary systems get annihilated. There's a dissolution there. So the Vedas were coming from the mouth of Lord Brahma, and a demon called Hayagriv, he stole them.
Oh.
And so because these lower planets, earthly planets, was all underwater, then the Lord came as a fish, because fish can live in the water, right? So he came as a fish to save this Vedas.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time he came, and that was the time of Swayambhuva Manu, the first one, Manvantar.
Oh, so this is
And
first
now,
incarnation.
first incarnation of the
Oh,
Lord, which is
Lord.
mentioned in the Dashavatar, and that was the first Manvantar. And now he's come again in the 6th Manvantar, in Chakshusha Manvantar. And he's come to this king, Satyavrat, and we are going to hear why he's come. That's what exactly now Satyavrat Maharaj is asking the Lord, why have you come as a fish? You usually come for the benefit of all living entities. So surely there must be some, something there. That's the reason you have incarnated. So we are going to read along tomorrow to hear why he's come as the
So this is the
second
second time
incarnation.
as a fish, right?
Second time, yeah.
Yeah, but this
Just
is also incarnation. The second time he came as a fish.
Yes.
Oh,
Also incarnation.
Oh, it's very interesting.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, very much.
So that's what I was feeling, that how Sukadev Goswami, he's narrating it all for us so we can hear these pastimes, So this is mercy on us.
How fortunate, yeah.
Yeah, fortunate, right?
Very.
Yeah. It's our good fortune to be able to hear these pastimes of the Lord.
And so much like in detail, na? Everything is given.
Yeah. Detail and very beautifully narrated, no? It's like very beautiful.
Like you can imagine, like, when it's been told, like how this thing is taking place, it comes like a picture, like, yeah. And then, of course, like we had seen also, Mahabharata, so those scenes like come back. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, because we have seen some parts of it and we
Sometimes,
may
yeah,
relate
so
to
that,
that. Oh, yeah.
like how, he goes to the ocean, he sees the fish, Satyavrat, yeah, picks up,
Yeah.
the fish talks to him, yeah.
Yeah, it's so
No?
yeah, so cute. Like fish talk to him, like this place is not sufficient. This place is not sufficient, and the king.
And be eaten up.
Yeah, he was also like just talking to him, talking to fish, and change the place every time. But he did not realize 3-4 times, right? And
Yeah.
so this is quite interesting. Yeah.
And he's also listening to the fish.
Yeah,
Someone may say,
listening to the face. Yeah.
someone may say, but just now, that's what, when you said that, it's true, because
Mm,
someone else may just say, I'm busy. I'm a king, I have to go do so
yeah.
many things. I'm
Uh,
not going to bother with you, a
yeah.
fish. But
Yeah.
yes, Satyavrat Maharaj is actually listening to the fish.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
We,
like in ancient time, the people, they know the language of animals also. Like, is it something like that? Like fish
something
was
like that.
talking. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Also, we have to understand this is not ordinary fish. It's
Yeah, yeah.
God
That's
Himself.
that's we know, but like is
So he's
something
also
like that.
speaking. I'm not sure which language they are speaking in,
Yeah.
but certainly it's a language which both of them can understand.
Understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
cute. Yeah.
Satyavrat Maharaj can understand this language.
And another thing about Swamsha is like the personal expansion. So there's a super soul. There's no that small soul, right? In the
That's
personal
right.
expansion, correct?
That's right.
And then the
That's right.
Vibhinsha is the small soul. I mean, the soul. And in that
Yeah.
there is, of course, both, right? The Paramatma and Atma,
Yeah. We
correct?
are the Vibhinamshas, and now we are
Vibhinsha.
inside this material
We are the
body.
separated, yeah. So
And then, of course, the Lord is there with us.
there also. But whereas in
Paramatma is there with
the
us.
personal, there's no that
Yeah, the personal, that's the Lord Himself.
Lord
His
Himself.
form
So
is,
there's no
yeah,
thing of that. Yeah, it's already
yeah,
Padma.
yeah. He's not the Swamsha
Yes.
expansions are not ordinary living entities.
Yeah, yeah,
They're not separated parts. He's
yeah.
God Himself. There's His expansions.
So that's like Narasimha, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Narasimha.
Lord
Yeah, Mahamandir,
Ramachandra,
Ramachandra, Mahamandir.
Vamandev. Ramnomi coming up,
Yes.
next Sunday. Ramnomi coming up. So there'll be a festival at the
Program.
temple for
Temple,
Ramnomi.
yes.
So yeah, Swamsha expansions is God Himself, all Vishnu Tattva. And we are the Vibhinamsha, separated. So we are also part and parcel of God. Yeah?
Yeah.
Part and parcel. Tiny, tiny, very minute parts of God. Separated. Okay. Let's stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Yeah.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Yeah.
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna. Thank